for me, who could be against me? I guess all the that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. That hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. G. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that great.
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see Carson Wentz. He had a solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Commanders and the Lions, next on Madden Football.
First open. First game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Commanders trot to the field for their first possession, and it's the 7th-year quarterback out of North Dakota State leading the way. His 3rd NFL team, Carson Wentz.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
Wentz to throw on the first play from scrimmage. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down. From midfield, here's Wentz. That one complete downfield to Thomas. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Meanwhile, Wentz's throw complete to Dotson. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what the opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Charles, we get a look at the Lions 2022 draft class. And this class will probably be remembered for the guy that they took number 2 overall, the hometown kid Aiden Hutchinson. But beyond him, really a lot to like about this group that Detroit brought in.
And Brandon, it's not often that any kid doesn't want to go number 1 overall in the draft. But Aiden Hutchinson, He was ecstatic to go number 2 and go to the home state Detroit Lions. And how about the Lions trading up from 32 to take wide receiver Jameson Williams, 12th overall out of Alabama. Speed, speed, speed.
The penalty helps a bit, but still 8 yards to go on 3rd down for this offense. Now Wentz. Dancing to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. Sly able to put this one through. And the Commanders get out to a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Detroit gets set to go on offense, and it will be the 7th-year pro out of Cal, Jared Goff, leading the attack in his 2nd season as a Lion.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start on the ground with Swift. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. Now this defense for the Commanders is terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
I have to admit I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Once again, it's Swift. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The Lions had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these 2 probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. The first carry now. This is Williams. The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well. Because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam to the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
27 yards there, a 1st down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
From the red zone now, Goff. His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown! T.J. Hawkinson, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions have answered that early field goal to take a 1st-quarter lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Holding, receiving team.
trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Wentz now on first down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. John Bates, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Robinson will try to pick it up. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Sly able to put this one through, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So it was 4th and 1 down in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little surprised that that's how they decided to play it, that they didn't go for it there. But sometimes just take those 3 points and put them in your pocket. I just have one question for you, partner.
Okay.
Hip pocket or back pocket?
Take it in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So here are the Lions to take over. They were losers to Philadelphia a week ago. Now they find themselves in the lead as they start this drive. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 36, Goff. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Having someone like T.J. Hawkinson as your starting tight end makes you feel good as an organization because he finds ways to get open and gives his quarterback a reliable safety net over the middle or even to the edges. Case in point there, that play for a first down.
On first down, it's gone. Looks again for T.J. Hawkinson, and he's got him again. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. Now a play fake, and it's gone. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing again is gone. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 28. A big third down pickup of 20 yards.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
Holding offense.
Jonah Jackson, former 3rd-round pick, the guilty party. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
76, 76, 76.
Goff. And his throw is incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball that coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
BC, 17, 17.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side completes to Isabella. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And he returns this to the 22. Week 2 underway around the NFL. And a reminder that later tonight it'll be Chicago and Green Bay in the Packers home opener. The 101st season of that great rivalry. They had the 100th anniversary last year. And then tomorrow night a treat. A Monday night doubleheader. Tennessee and Buffalo 7:15 Eastern. And then Minnesota and Philly kicking off a little over an hour later. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Lions will take over. DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's Goff now on second down. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. From the 50, it's Goff. His throw incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hockenson, and it's second down.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
To throw on second and 10. Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Well, pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
A final shot before half for Wentz. Taking a shot for Samuel. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the third quarter here. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
I do know from experience, when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. He's got the hookup downfield to Samuel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A give to Gibson running right. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. 1 play, 2 plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And Detroit getting set to go now. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series. But what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
On 1st and 10, Goff. Flush to his right. He's airing it out for Williams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the... And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Value 3. 2 for 1. 2 for 1.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Goff. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
First and 10.
Go off a handoff here to Swift. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. From the gun, here's Swift. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop. Good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Here's Goff. Open net, and it's a fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, the tide definitely seems to be turning in this third quarter as this defense is able to knock the ball free and recover.
And let's look at it this way. Their offense is right back out there who just got them the lead a few minutes ago. It will be a big swing in this game.
Wentz bringing the Commanders out for 1st and 10. Right at the 30. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount right now. Yeah,
and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's gone. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this. They'll try and run here with Swift. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
They'll try it now with Swift. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Listen.
Now Goff. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
75 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards to pick up, first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Super! Hey, Shell!
On 2nd and 9, Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Swift will take this one in. It's a Lions touchdown. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Extra point by Simon, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So Wentz and the Commanders down 17-13, 2:25 remaining. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. On 1st down, Wentz. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Alim McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop him. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Washington with a... Welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw is Wentz. Finding Samuel. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. To throw is Wentz. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch. judge, and it's going to bring up 4th down. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. He's going to let it fly. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
On the handoff, this is Swift. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Second down at 5. Here's a handoff to Swift. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Here's Swift. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. DeAndre Swift with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington. Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say the 4th down was a moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
That's interference. Defense.
Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Clock running as Washington will try and hurry up. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Back to throw. Wentz. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So still a little work to do here, but they got the much-needed conversion.
So they got that taken care of. Now you would assume onside kick in order to try and get the ball back again, in order to try and kick at least a tying field goal.
They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
They'll run here with Swift. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line? I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Right back to Swift again on second down. Room here to run. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And his kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. Well, they had one final chance here on the kick return, but no chance on the other side that they were going to let him navigate all the way to the end zone, Charles. And that ends up being the final play in this one.
Yeah, you're right about that. Special teams coaches, they spend a lot of time working on these types of situations, and they go over every crazy possibility that can happen in this situation. They were able to cover successfully and end the game.